Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have your world event scoring for the upcoming week of August 29th, 2022. So we're out of August, we're going into September, we got a new mythic coming, but we're here to talk about the world event. So let's get started. World event Sapphire Shard starting right now as you hear this video. So let's get into the scoring here. There are 6 battles that players can encounter during the event. Fire Giant, Balder, Skyrim the Lofty, Jarl Firemantle, Sapphire Squad. Is this Sapphire Squad or Squid? What's a Sapphire Squad? The Sapphire Giant. This event has 3 phases. Phase 1, the first 2 battles are the only available battles to play and have an equal chance of appearing. Players will need to win 15 battles here to progress to the next phase, so it's another phase thing. Makes it more complicated than it needs to be, but not really. It's not really complicated. You just do the battles that appear in the right order. Phase 2, the first 4 battles are the only available battles to play and have an equal chance of appearing. The players will need to win 15 battles here to progress to the next phase. Phase 3, all 6 battles are now available with an equal chance of appearing. This phase continues until the end of the event. Alright, let's see what's up, what kind of items, what kind of order we can do here. Scoring, you can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. Alright, I'm going to read them from the most to the least, which I hope so here. The Sapphire Giant is worth 2 barrels of ale and 1 sapphire shard. So as needlessly complicated as it gets here. We got 2 different items and we got 3 different phases. So I just love when they do this. Alright, the Sapphire Giant, 2 barrels of ale, 1 sapphire shard. Sapphire Squad, 1 barrel of ale plus 1 sapphire shard. Jarl Firemantle, 5 barrels of ale. Skymir the Lofty, 4 barrels of ale. Balder, 4 barrels of ale, and Fire Giant 3 barrels of ale. Each barrel of ale is worth 2 points, and each Sapphire Shard is worth 10 points. The battles against the Sapphire Squad and the Sapphire Giant will drop a variable number of barrels of ale and Sapphire Shards, on average about 1.18 times the base amount. We're going to be killing those 2 anyway. It doesn't matter that much. All this mumbo-jumbo, none of it really matters. Except for what order to do stuff in. So here we go. The Sapphire Giant is worth the most. It is worth, it's worth 14 points, it looks like. So 10 plus 4, yes, 14 points. The Sapphire Squad is worth 12 points. The Jarl Firemantle is worth 10 points. Skymir the Lofty is worth 8, Balder's worth 8, and Fire Giant is worth 6. So the Sapphire Giant is worth the most, and the Fire Giant is worth the least. So Sapphire Giant worth the most, then the Sapphire Squad, then Jarl, then Skymir and Balder are tied, and then Fire Giant's worth the least. So to reiterate here, the Sapphire Giant is the one you're looking for. Sapphire Squad is the second most to the Sapphires. You want either the Sapphire Giant's worth the most, and then the Sapphire Squad's worth the second most. So you're looking for those Sapphires. Jarl Firemantle is worth the third most. Skymir the Lofty is worth the fourth most, tied with Balder. And then you have Fire Giant, who's worth the least. So Sapphire Giant's worth the most, Fire Giant's worth the least. If you don't see Sapphire Giant, look for Sapphire Squad. If you don't see Sapphire Squad or Sapphire Giant, look for Jarl Firemantle. And if you don't see any of those, Skymir or Balder is always better than Fire Giant. Sapphire Giant worth the most, Fire Giant worth the least, Sapphire Squad worth the second most. Jarl third, Skymir and Balder fourth, Fire Giant worth the least. There you go. I'm going to put it on the thumbnail as well. It's not super complicated, even though they make it out like the Phase 1 stuff. First 2 battles are the only available battle to play. Equal chance of appearing. Players will need. It's going to be 2, and you just have to pick between the 2. And whatever one is worth the most out of the ones I just read is the one you're going to pick. Then Phase 2, 4 battles. There could be 4 different things. All you have to do is look for the Sapphire Giant or the Sapphire Squad, and don't pick Fire Giant. And then once you get to Phase 3, none of that matters. They're all going to be equal chance of appearing. Yeah, so One more time. The Sapphire Giant's worth the most. Sapphire Squad's worth the second most. Jarl is worth the third most. Skymere, the Lofty, and Balder are worth the fourth most. And Fire Giant is the worst. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'll put it on the thumbnail as well if you're better at like visual than you are at hearing it. Should have a team video for you as soon as possible after you see this video. That might mean like a couple hours, but I'm going to try to do it as soon as possible. Weekly preview. There's the team video. It's just the teams. And then there's the weekly preview, which goes over the soulforge, the event key, the trait stones, the events for the week, all that other stuff. And then on Tuesday, we'll do the faction and everything. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel. Comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Just hit those sapphires and don't do that fire. Peace.